Hello, welcome to Health Styles Market. My name is Arla Semingson and I'm the owner. We've been in business for about 31 years in Gillette, Wyoming, the northeast corner of Wyoming. I've been teaching classes to my customers and the public for years, but now I want to add some classes to our YouTube channel. Maybe you've discovered our YouTube channel. If not, I hope you'll join us. This is video 1 in a series called How to Be Your Own Advocate. So as I've taught classes with my customers, questions have come up on how to get better care from their healthcare practitioners, how to work better with their doctors, and just generally have their doctor appointments go better. And so those help prompt my choice to put this class together. So let me just ask some questions to see if this is something that would be of benefit to you. Everyone maybe knows a story or maybe has experienced a story of just having marginal to poor doctor visits. Maybe they've been waiting for long periods of time in the waiting room, not being seen on time, and then after spending just a few short minutes with your doctor before you're ushered out and you think, wow, what was that? What happened? Or feeling like you're doing your best to communicate with your doctor only to leave the office and the appointment feeling like they did not see you or they did not hear you at all. Or perhaps your healthcare provider sent you home with a few new prescriptions, but no real explanation as to why they're needed. Or leaving the office after your appointment and not being clear even on what is your diagnosis and what kind of treatment plan are you pursuing? What is this doctor recommending? Maybe it really wasn't clear at all. Or are you someone who's suffering with symptoms that are totally misdiagnosed? If they're misdiagnosed, then they're being mistreated. Or you're suffering through painful and difficult treatments, all to find that you don't have that condition after all, and you're being treated for the wrong disease. There's a lot of different reasons why someone would be interested in being their own advocate, and we're going to address a lot of those in this series. I like to teach customers that to think of yourself as an expensive, very expensive sports car. And really, your physician is an expensive car mechanic. And so you can't really walk into your car mechanic and say, well, there's a noise, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure where it is. I don't know when it started. I don't know what prompts it to happen or not happen. I don't know how long it's been going on. You're really asking for a big expensive bill if you're going to pay them to research what happened and why. So really there's, a sense you could think of your healthcare practitioner as an expensive car mechanic of sorts. They choose this profession because they love to help people and they like to put on their fix-it cap and help you with your health. And they are committed to helping you feel better. They really do want to give you their best care. And they really do want to help you with your health challenges. We're going to assume that because really most of them do. And it's very fulfilling and rewarding for them when you come back and report you're better. You feel better, your symptoms are better, and you're progressing along a very good path. But what if that isn't happening for you? It's time to become your own advocate. So one important point I want you to remember is health is all in the details, and health care is all in the details. So one of the things that happens is, picture this. First of all, it's people at the starting line here of a race. And in essence, you could say we all started somewhere with our health journey. Something happened or symptoms started to appear. Sometimes we remember the start. Sometimes it's kind of vague. And so then there's this picture, and everybody's on a different stage in their health journey. Perhaps it's because of your age. Perhaps it's because of accidents that have happened, diseases that you've struggled through. Everyone is different. And so what we're looking for is a healthcare practitioner that's going to see you and hear you and where you're at on your health journey. And your job is to communicate to your best ability so that you can be your own advocate. Sometimes you'll notice that when you go to the doctor, especially when you're starting out with a new practitioner, they'll say, "Can you just give me a brief description of your medical history?" And your mind goes like this. You're like, "Oh my word, like where do I start?" So with that in mind, with these two pictures in mind, partly you want to remember that you're inviting this new healthcare practitioner on your health journey. And perhaps you're not starting on step 1. Maybe you're over here on step 75. And so the last thing you want is to go to an appointment and have them kind of symbolically push you all the way back to the starting point as if you're starting over, when maybe you've been working on this health condition. Perhaps it's a chronic diagnosis and you've been working on it for years. And so now you're not inviting them to join you on step 1, but maybe you're over here on step 75 and you're inviting them to join you on your health journey. You certainly don't want to be shoved back to start over. You want them to understand we want to move forward and make progress from here. So between those 2 points, the very first thing that happens is when you're prepping to have your best appointment ever, because after all, when you're committed to being your own advocate, what you're really wanting from your healthcare practitioner is that they would give you their best care, irregardless of how all the other appointments have gone before yours and after yours. You want them to pour out and give you their best care. So remember, it's all in the details. So the very first starting point for anyone in order to be an effective advocate for yourself is to know your own health history. So remember this tangled, jangled wires and this thought process that goes through your mind. How do you get this all organized and you have 15 or 20 minutes to try to explain? Actually, you want to use less time than that in your appointment because you want to focus on diagnosis and treatment and how you're going to work together with this new doctor to achieve results that'll help you feel better. And so the way you untangle this is you're going to do it at home. So we have consultation packets that I use because I actually use these to conduct one-on-one consultations with our customers. I do them at a charge of $60 an hour. The average first appointment is 2 hours, and we dig deep into going over your health history together to help you be very, very clear on this. So those are available to local customers in our area. I do them over the phone also, but we have consultation packets for women, for men, and for children. They're all just a little different. And so this is just using an example of the Women's Health Consultation Packet. And it's going to help you dig into your own health history and put it on paper. And a lot of times as people fill this out and go through their memory as to what is going on, what they've been struggling with, what surgeries they've had. For women, it's of course whether there's been childbirth, what's your menstrual history, what are your symptoms, previous and current, where are places of pain in the body, where have you had surgeries, and then there's an opportunity to write a timeline starting from birth all the way through to current years, whatever age you're at. And so as you fill this packet out, please note that this is for you to start collecting, organizing your own medical records. You know your own health journey best, better than anyone else that knows you. You know alone what you've suffered in your own body, what you've endured, what you've been through. Whether it's been positive or negative, you know it well, better than anyone else. So you're the best person to fill out your own packet of information. As you prepare for doctor's appointments, you have the opportunity, because you have this at home in your own binder, to maybe make reference to this or make photocopies that might be relevant to a particular physician. You also have the opportunity in your binder at home to keep this updated. Just know also that this is a commitment in your family dynasty. So what you write on this consultation packet has the potential to affect your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I don't know if you remember or if you've experienced this personally, but at my first pregnancy for our child, the first questions in that first appointment were all about your health history and what kind of diseases did your parents have, your grandparents, who's alive, who's since passed away, and what did they die from. And I was like, oh my word, I was in my 20s and I really didn't know all the answers to that information. So keeping this for you will help you have better doctor's appointments, but it also helps future generations following you. You're also, as you prepare for your appointments, inviting these healthcare practitioners to join you on your journey, because ultimately they're going to become a part of your healthcare team. So step one, this is video one, you're going to fill out a consultation packet. Please contact us, and Crystal will make that information available below, and we'll get that to you. You fill it out and get started, and then you'll be ready for video number 2. So video number 2 is we're going to be talking about how to get your medical records and why you would want them, and what to do with them, how to make sure you're getting copies of your blood work, any diagnostic tests ran, and what those mean to you, and how you're going to use those in learning how to be your own advocate. We'll talk soon. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll look forward to having you join on the next video in this series of Be Your Own Advocate. Thank you. Bye-bye.